Hello, everyone, and welcome back to English Ease Studio. I'm Emily, and I'm so happy to see you again for another English conversation practice. Today, we're going to talk about something very practical and important in life: future plans.
Hi, everyone. It's great to have you here again. Future plans are something everyone thinks about, whether it's about studies, career, travel, or personal goals. Talking about them in English helps you communicate your ideas clearly and confidently.
Exactly, Paul. When you can discuss your future plans in English, it not only improves your language skills, but also helps you plan your life better. Today, we'll guide you on how to express your goals and aspirations naturally in English.
Yes, and we'll use simple sentences so even beginners can follow. Emily, let's start with you. What's one of your future plans?
Well, one of my big future plans is to start my own art studio. I love painting and teaching, and I want to share my passion with others. I'm planning to open it within the next 3 years.
That's amazing. So you're combining your skills and your love for art with a concrete goal. That's exactly what future plans should be, something you aim for and work toward.
Yes, and when I talk about it in English, I can say, in the future, I want to open an art studio where I can teach painting to children and adults. It's clear and simple.
That's perfect. You can also add more details like when you plan to start, what kind of courses you'll offer, or why it's important to you. For example, I plan to start next year. I will offer beginner and advanced painting classes because I want to help people express themselves creatively.
Exactly. Adding details makes your English sound natural and complete. Now, Paul, what about your future plans?
One of my future plans is to write a book about music and teach guitar online. I've been playing guitar for years, and I want to share my experiences and tips with others. My plan is to complete the first draft within 2 years.
That's a great goal. When you speak about it in English, you can say, I want to write a book about music and guitar techniques. I plan to finish the first draft within 2 years. Simple, clear, and confident.
Yes, and you can also explain why this plan is important. For example, I want to inspire others to learn music and enjoy playing instruments. That adds meaning to your future plans.
Absolutely. So, for everyone listening, you can start your sentences like this: in the future, I want to, I plan to, or my goal is to. These are easy ways to express your aspirations.
Right. And you can also talk about short-term plans and long-term plans. Short-term plans are things you want to achieve in the next few months or a year, while long-term plans are goals for the next few years or even decades.
That's a great point. For example, a short term plan could be improving your English or finishing a project, while long term plan could be getting a degree, starting a business, or traveling to new countries.
Yes, and when you talk about them, use simple sentences. For example, my short-term plan is to improve my English speaking. My long-term plan is to study abroad. Easy, natural, and clear.
Let's do an example conversation. I'll ask you questions and you answer naturally. Ready, Paul?
Let's go.
What are your future plans?
I plan to write a book about music and teach guitar online
Why do you want to do that?
because I want to help others enjoy music and learn guitar easily.
When do you plan to start?
I will start writing next month and aim to finish the first draft within 2 years.
Perfect. Short, clear, and confident. Exactly how a natural conversation should sound.
That's right, and you can also practice with a partner. You can take turns asking questions about future plans. It's excellent speaking practice.
Yes, and don't worry about being perfect. The main goal is to communicate clearly and express your ideas.
Absolutely. And future plans are also a common topic in interviews and daily conversations.
People often ask, "What are your plans for the future?" Knowing how to answer gives you confidence.
Exactly. And you can also talk about challenges or steps in your plans. For example, I plan to learn new painting techniques before opening my studio. I will take online courses and practice daily.
Yes, it shows that you have a structured plan and you're serious about your goals. That's always impressive when talking in English.
Another tip, use connecting words like because, so that, before, and after. They help your sentences flow naturally. For example, I want to travel to Japan to learn traditional art because it will inspire my own paintings.
Very true. Let's talk about more examples of future plans. Some people want to study abroad, get a job, start a business, learn new skills, or travel the world. Everyone has something unique.
Yes, and you can express them simply. For example, in the future, I want to study engineering in another country, or I plan to learn cooking and open a small cafe.
Exactly. And when you practice, try to add feelings or reasons. For example, I want to learn cooking because I enjoy making people happy with my food. That makes your English expressive.
That's a great point. Expressing your emotions while talking about future plans makes your conversation more natural and engaging.
Yes, and it also helps you remember new vocabulary because you connect it with your personal goals.
Let's practice some more. Paul, what are your plans for the next month?
My plan is to complete an online course about music production. It will help me improve my skills.
That's a clear short-term plan. And you can also talk about steps. I will spend 1 hour every day learning new techniques and practicing what I learn.
Perfect. And for long-term plans, I could say in the next 5 years, I want to produce my own music album and share it online with my students and friends.
Excellent. See how both short-term and long-term plans can be shared naturally in English?
Yes, and it's also useful to practice questions like, what steps will you take? Or why is this goal important? These help keep the conversation going.
Exactly. Now let's imagine a longer conversation with more details. I'll start. Emily, what are your 5-year plans?
I plan to finish writing my book about music, start teaching online courses, and create a small studio for recording. I also want to travel to different countries to learn about traditional music styles.
That's a detailed plan, and you can continue adding reasons. I want to travel because it will inspire my music and allow me to share different styles with my students.
Yes, connecting actions with reasons makes your English sound thoughtful and natural.
Another tip, use phrases like I'm planning to, I hope to, I aim to, or I dream of. These make your sentences more varied.
Absolutely. For example, I hope to learn photography next year to capture my travel experiences.
Or I aim to improve my English so that I can communicate with more students worldwide.
That's excellent. And remember, practicing daily makes a huge difference. Even short sentences spoken out loud improve fluency over time.
Yes, let's do a small exercise. Everyone listening, think about one short-term plan and one long-term plan. Then try to describe them in English.
For example, short term, I want to read one English book this month to improve my vocabulary. Long term, I plan to study abroad next year to gain international experience.
That's perfect. Keep it simple and clear. The more you practice, the more confident you become.
Exactly, and you can also use these sentences in real conversations with friends, teachers, or even during interviews.
Right. And adding details like timing, reasons, and steps makes your English more complete and impressive.
Absolutely. It's not about using big words. It's about clear communication and showing you have a plan.
And when you talk about your future plans, it's okay to share personal dreams or professional goals. Both are interesting to others.
Yes, sharing personal aspirations also helps you connect with people on a deeper level.
Another useful point: use future tense verbs correctly. Words like will, plan to, want to, hope to, aim to are essential.
Yes, and also going to works for plans you've already decided on. For example, I'm going to start learning photography next month.
Very true. And mixing these phrases naturally makes your English sound fluent and confident.
Emily, one of my students asked me, what if I don't know exactly what my future plans are? What would you say?
That's no. So, Emily, we were saying that sharing your plans in English helps you think clearly about your goals. Let's talk a bit about how to make those plans sound natural when you speak.
Yes, a lot of learners make the mistake of using very short answers. For example, if someone asks, "What are your future plans?" they just say, "I want to study," or "I will work." It's too short. You need to give more details to sound fluent.
Exactly. Instead of I want to study, you can say, I want to study computer science because technology really interests me and I plan to build my career in that field. That's a strong, natural sentence.
Perfect example. When you add because, so that, or in order to, your ideas connect smoothly. It shows confidence and fluency.
Right. Let's teach a simple pattern everyone can follow. First, say what you plan to do. Second, say why you want to do it. Third, say how you'll do it.
That's an excellent formula. Let's try it with an example. Paul, what are your future plans?
I plan to start a small recording studio because I love music and I want to help new singers record their songs. I will save money and learn more about sound editing before I open it.
Perfect. You used what, why, and how. That's exactly how learners can practice speaking naturally.
And it's the same with any topic. For example, I want to study English because it's important for my career and I'm going to practice every day to become fluent. That's clear and complete.
Yes, and it's so simple. Once you get used to this structure, your English becomes more confident automatically.
You know, Emily, I think the reason many people hesitate while speaking about future plans is that they overthink grammar.
True. People often get stuck worrying about tenses. But really, for future plans, you only need a few easy phrases like I will, I'm going to, I plan to, I want to, and I hope to. That's all.
Exactly. Let's quickly explain the difference for our viewers. Will is used for decisions made at the moment, like I will call you later.
And going to is for plans that are already decided, like I'm going to start a new course next week.
Right. Plan to shows intention, want to expresses desire, and hope to adds emotion.
Yes, and using all of them naturally in different situations will make your speaking more varied.
Let's give a short mini dialogue for each one so our viewers can hear the difference.
Great idea. Let's start with will.
Emily, what will you do after this class?
I'll probably take a short break and then start preparing for tomorrow's lesson.
Perfect. Now, going to. Emily, what are you going to do this weekend?
I'm going to visit my friend and help her with her art project.
Nice. Now, plan to. Emily, what do you plan to do next year?
I plan to open an art studio and start teaching painting classes.
Excellent. Want to.
I want to travel to Italy to learn about historical art.
Beautiful. And hope to.
I hope to inspire young artists through my work.
See? Each phrase changes the tone slightly, but they're all simple and natural.
Yes, and learners should practice all of them to sound more flexible in conversation.
Now, let's guide everyone through a short speaking exercise. We'll say a sentence and you can repeat after us. Ready?
I will study hard to achieve my goals.
I'm going to start saving money for my future plans.
I plan to learn a new skill this year.
I want to travel and explore new cultures.
I hope to become more confident in speaking English.
Great practice. If you repeat sentences like these every day, your pronunciation and fluency will improve quickly.
Yes, and you'll notice how your brain starts to form sentences automatically without translation.
Exactly. Now, let's make the conversation a bit deeper. Emily, what advice would you give to someone who doesn't know what they want to do in the future?
That's a really good question. I'd say start small. Try new things. Explore what makes you happy. You don't have to know your full life plan right now. You can start by saying, I want to discover what I enjoy. That's also a valid future plan.
Absolutely. Many people think future plans must always be serious, but sometimes your goal can simply be to learn about yourself.
Yes, and when you express that in English, it shows maturity. You can say, I'm going to explore different careers, or I plan to learn new hobbies to find my passion.
Great examples. Now, let's add some useful phrases our viewers can memorize.
Sure, here are some. I'm planning to improve my English speaking skills. I'm thinking about changing my career. I hope to travel abroad next summer. I intend to work in education. I'd like to start my own business.
Very nice. All of these are natural and used in real English conversations.
Exactly. And when you practice them regularly, you'll sound like a fluent speaker.
Let's add another exercise. Everyone listening, try to finish these sentences out loud. Ready?
Number 1. In the future, I want to.
Number 2. I plan to.
Number 3. My biggest dream is to.
Number 4. I hope to.
Number 5. I'm going to.
That's excellent practice. Don't worry about mistakes. Just speak. The goal is to make your brain comfortable forming sentences in English.
Right. And remember, even if your grammar isn't perfect, confidence is more important in real-life conversations.
Yes, people understand confidence more than perfection.
Exactly. Emily, let's share how learners can stay motivated to keep following their plans and keep practicing English.
Sure, my biggest advice is to connect your English learning with your goals. For example, if you want to study abroad, imagine yourself speaking English confidently in that country.
That's a powerful technique. Visualization helps you stay inspired.
Yes, and also track your progress. Write down what you've achieved every week, even if it's small. It keeps your motivation alive.
I agree. I tell my students small steps every day are better than big dreams with no action.
So true. And this applies to both your life plans and your English journey.
You know, Emily, it's interesting when people talk about their future in English, they also learn to think positively.
Absolutely. Talking about the future is a form of self-motivation. When you say, I will succeed, or I'm going to reach my goals, your brain starts believing it.
Yes, English becomes a tool for building confidence, not just communication.
And that's why conversations like these are powerful. You're not just learning English, you're training your mindset.
Exactly. So for our listeners, don't just memorize words. Use them to describe your real dreams and future. That's how English becomes alive.
Right. And as a small challenge, I want everyone to record themselves speaking for 2 minutes about their future plans. Talk about what you want, why you want it, and how you'll make it happen.
Excellent idea. Then listen to your recording. Notice how you sound, what words you use, and what you can improve next time.
That's how real progress happens, by listening, noticing, and improving.
Yes, and with every recording, you'll sound a bit more confident and fluent.
So friends, never stop dreaming, never stop planning, and never stop practicing English.
That's right. Every sentence you speak about your future is a step closer to it.
Beautifully said, Paul.
Thanks, Emily. And thank you, everyone, for staying with us. Keep practicing, keep planning, and keep believing in your progress.
We'll see you soon in another conversation lesson. Until then, keep speaking English with confidence and passion.
Exactly. Remember, your future starts with the words you speak today.
And that's the perfect ending for our topic on future plans. See you all in the next practice session.
Take care and keep learning.